Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Heist League 3.12. In this episode, we're going over the 3.13 patch notes. Oh my god, let me just take 1 second. Let me just scroll through. This is the best start to this video. Oh my god, can we just appreciate this is one of the longest patch notes I've ever goddamn seen. So, when you... When you see that, you're like, whoop, let me control F, Rotting Claws. Whoa, they took Rotting Claws from 20 to 12. They took Renewal from 10 to 5. Let's do Carrion Golem first, though, because that's what everyone's mainly here for. That's the main focus. Probably Carrion Golems, 20% less damage. They're still good. They're probably meta. People are still going to play them, and now the thing that is going to hold people back is that everyone knows how to build them and play them. Everything is already known except for the new stuff, so it's going to be really easy to do, and so a lot of people are going to still play Carrion Golems. This is not a big enough nerf, and therefore, we're still going to see them going strong next season. That's my prediction. I won't do it because I want to play new stuff, and I'm fine with this. And I've already done all the Carrion Golem stuff for long enough, and a nerf is what I've been waiting for. So, well, not even specifically a nerf, just in general, so some change. And I think we will get some interesting stuff with this expansion. And then Stone Golems, 10%. That's fine. It's not that big of a nerf, to be honest. That's not really what makes them do damage or not. It's, dude, they fixed their AI, man. Make them not roll, then they'll be insane. Then you have to nerf their damage, you know? Feels good. And then another big one was a zombie. There's no zombie on this whole page, so we're going zombies. And then the next thing is Spectres. Here's all the numbers. So level 28, level 1 from 31. That makes sense, dude. It's a level 28 gem. Why would they be 31? Why did they have free levels for no reason? Yeah. 45 accuracy gone and another like 400 at level 20. What the heck? They killed the Theof Tool Spectre, removed the damage reduction, and reduced the dodge to 15 from 20. Killed it. And they took off being able to use like Spell Echo and spell things for the Syndicate Operative. Yep. So that shit's not going to be as good because you can't abuse Spell Echo now. And they also fixed Pinpoint. Pinpoint is fixed. No longer supports skills that create minions. Also, we have... back to the Rotting Claws. So... this is our other change. Well, we have the Ascendancies, but we've already gone over that, so I figure this is the only other change to really go over now. So, we have Rotting Claws and Renewal nerfed. So, Rotting Claws 20 to 12, and then Renewal from 10 to 5. So, half Renewal. This is like half of a Primordial Jewel. Would you run a Primordial Jewel if they halved it? So, half the cooldown, half the damage of a Harmony. If they took out half of the attack speed and half the armor and half the effect of the golems on an eminence, so that's 15 golem effect, 10 attack speed, and let's say 400 armor, would you run it? 10% attack speed, 15 buff effect, and 400 armor. So let's say the 400 armor is meh, and the 15 buff effect is pretty meh. The 10% attack speed is slightly worse than what's it called? Quickening Covenant. And then there's the Fortress Covenant that gives like 40 damage. So Fortress Covenant looking really good now, especially with the block. And then block's pretty good. Block's pretty good. The Renewal does not sound very good anymore. That's what I'm getting at. So I don't think it's very good anymore unless your minions are immune, and the case of that is Herald of Agony. The spiders from Arakali's Fang. That's about it. I won't run Renewal anymore. They literally murdered it. I can't believe the injustice that continues to happen. First Vicious Spy... now Renewal, Rod and Claws got hit pretty fucking hard. But you know what? I still might run it just as a budget option until I come into my next idea of how to get more Impale, maybe like aura effect. Maybe we aura stack still using like, so you see how they changed the small passives on the medium clusters to this is supposed to say medium. It went from 6 to 5, and then the small went from 5 to 3. So this is a huge nerf to the smalls, so you probably wouldn't want to go for the like 35% increased effect of the small passives using one of your notables. You would rather go for less of the small passives and then using more notables, and then you're just... I think that the notables are actually pretty good, and even this nerf to the first among equals, I think you're still going to run this. So the main things that you're going to focus on for aura stacking, if you go even look at my build, I tell everyone exactly what to focus on for the mana reserve part and the aura effect part. And our increased area of effect was important because of minion builds specifically. If you're going to aura stack, highly recommend it, because then you can actually use your purities for defenses for your minions on top of determination, grace, all this other stuff that we were running. But we can get the aura effect from still using first among equals, and then the small passives are not going to be that bad even with nerf, and because it's just bonus then, because it's not your main focus, you're not trying to increase it. And then the extra notable, you go for the like determination reduced mana 30%, the grace reduced mana 30%. You can go for the reduced purities 35, whatever they are, reducing the cost of the purities. That's pretty good too. And then you'll be able to run like 13 auras extremely early if you like low life with the shavs with those clusters. That will still work probably, because they didn't nerf the mana reserve part. They're just nerfing the aura stacking, so the aura effect stacking. So yeah, you just won't hit the high numbers. But I think that it will still be extremely powerful, because people will still want to have higher max res and stuff, and auras are a great way if they're basically free. The only thing is gem slots, especially when you're a minion build, which is why we end up making like one minion carry god build after, which is pretty fun usually. Interesting nerfs overall though. I think we'll still be completely fine. And I overall, I'm okay with the boring Carrion Golem nerf and the boring Stone Golem nerf, and I think they're still going to be top played. Like, it's actually insane. They probably should have done something more, but just because of how well known they are, I guess. But I also like that they didn't just murder them like my Spirit Offering, and oh my god. Oh, all right. Well, now I've gone through that stuff. Let's go through the entire thing where I basically do, what is it called? I'm doing an audiobook of this whole thing again. So this is really long. So if that's all you came for, hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one for the League starter. I already have the build ready, basically. I just have to get the POB update. And I'll release it out. Easy clap. I haven't fully finished it, but I mean, like, I have the idea now that I've seen this and read through it. We'll read through the rest now with you guys. Alright, in addition to an expansion of the Path of Exile's endgame, this update included Ritual Challenge League, which is available at all levels, a broad rebalance of all Ascendancy classes, including some reworks. Many changes to skill balance, new items, maps, boss fights, systems, and more. Echoes of the Atlas. The Sealing of the Elder has sent shockwaves far beyond the Atlas. Unknown and unseen entities now move towards the Atlas, lured by the sudden absence of one of their own. Heralded by the envoy, an entity known as the Maven is the first to arrive. Her desires are clear: to witness the exquisite struggle for survival between moral entities. Those brave and resilient enough to withstand her brutal trials are to be rewarded with unequaled control of the Atlas. New Atlas passive skill trees provide the capacity for exiles to pursue, control, and customize the game content they most enjoy on a per region basis, so long as they prove their worth to the Maven. Dude, oh my god, it sounds so good. Whew. After all those nerfs, you know, this really is brightening me up. It's really lifting my spirits. I just want to play. Just let me play. Fuck all this shit. Let me play. Let me play. The Ritual Challenge League. Challenge leagues are a great opportunity for a fresh start in a new economy. All of your old characters and items are still present in the standard and hardcore leagues, but you're encouraged to join the new league, complete challenges, and demonstrate your mastery of Path of Exile. In the Ritual Challenge League, ritual altars have appeared throughout the world. By slaying the monsters that guard the ritual altars, then activating them, you will call more monsters into the ritual circle that surrounds it. Slaying those monsters award you tribute, which can be spent on rewards from the altar. Each area has several rituals, and monsters slain in a previous ritual in the area will be revived in a subsequent rituals. You can buy ritual splinters from completed rituals, which can be combined to create a ritual vessel. Oh, using a ritual vessel at any completed ritual altar will turn it into a blood-filled vessel. So you'd only use these on the best of best, because you won't have a lot of them. Capturing and it's the ones you go, I love this fight, I want to do it again, but more. And you juice up your other map with even more. Capturing a record of all the monsters first slain at that ritual, blood-filled vessels can be placed alongside any map in the map device to imbue the rituals in that area with the captured monsters. I finally understand it. It only took me like 4 times of reading information about this ritual vessel. I finally understand, and it's before it's out, so that's good. I'm so glad they've done all this shit. Jesus Christ, I actually read it all. Pog. Some items are only available from ritual altars and may be very costly to purchase. You can pay part of the tribute cost for such items to defer them, causing them to appear again in a later area. You can defer items multiple times. That's broken. It's like million Horticrafters, allowing you to eventually afford expensive items. This is so new players don't complain about the new mechanic, because it would actually tilt the fuck out of them if they didn't have it. If it was like Kadira and you had to go get the coins and it's super early league and you're getting all these crazy things like X and headhunters, you have to go keep trading for but deferring it yourself and buying it yourself, they love that, especially SSF. With 3.13, this it's foolproof this way. It's way better. With 3.13, there are standard, hardcore, and SSF variations of the Ritual Challenge League available. They have the same core mechanics and items. You can create private league versions of these leagues, and with mods that make the game harder. The new challenge leagues include a set of 40 new challenges. When you complete 12 new challenges, you will receive the Ritual Weapon effect. When you reach 24 challenges, you will receive the Ritual Character effect. At 36 challenges completed, you'll receive the Ritualistic Hideout. A hideout. Yeah, that one looked really cool. These microtransactions are only obtainable in this league. From the 19th challenge onwards, and for every 3rd challenge after that, you will receive pieces of the ritual totem pole decoration to display in your hideout. The totem pole permanently showcases how many of the ritual challenges you completed during the league. Nice. Normal league challenge stuff. Major new content and features. Added a new item skill gem, the Hydrosphere. Yes, we know. Do I need to? We went through that. I don't want to repeat. Do I want to? Hydrosphere creates a sphere of water or moves on an existing sphere and resets its duration. The sphere continually applies a drenched debuff with a short duration to enemies in its area or those it moves through. You can hit the sphere with other skills to inflict cold and lightning ailment other than chill. The sphere pulses at regular intervals while afflicted by an ailment, and after moving, damaging all drenched enemies in a large area with that ailment. Added a new intelligence dexterity support gem. Trinity support supports skills that hit enemies, causing them to gain bonuses while you have resonance of all 3 elements and grant resonance of elements other than the highest damage. What the fuck is Trinity support? Supported skills deal more elemental damage and penetrate elemental res based on the lowest of your 3 resonances. Jesus Christ, that is 13 new unique items, 15 new divs, 11 new maps, heist to the core game, rebalance around the lower rate of encountering heist gameplay, heist changes, and harvest to the core in a significantly modified. I kind of want to go to those first. Heist. Kurai, as well as your first rogue markers, can now be found starting in Act 6. Smuggler's caches can now always drop a quest contract if possible, in addition to an ordinary contract. Smuggler's caches now appear less frequently, and contracts, blueprints, and rogue markers now drop less frequently. All quest contracts now reward you with rogue markers upon completion. Kurai's second and third quest contracts now spawn more monsters during the escape. The number of rogue markers you get from completing contracts above level 68 has been increased. You'll now get on average 20% more markers. Oh shit. Does that make up for the change to fracturing maybe? Because they were like 20,000 an X last time. We'll see what they are this time. The levels at which heist equipment drops has been adjusted to fit the new progression. They made it easier to progress. Job experience granted to heist participants has been increased across the board to fit the lower frequency at which players will engage in them. So heist is going to be even more rewarding and even better because we're going to be playing with it less. So that thing I said in my Atlas video, Atlas passives, about going for the heist thing is actually really good because you're going to have apparently super juicy heist. And heist was already really good. So a job experience granted to heist participants has been increased across the board to fit the lower... Okay. Blueprints that have been created through duplication, such as Einhar's Blood Altar, must now be revealed again. The Rogue Harbor once again acts like a town and will be populated by other players. Vindiri's chance for items from heist chests to be doubled has been reduced. 14 at level 5 from 20. What the fuck? Huck now grants increased experience to players in heist, up to 20% at job level 3. What? Wait, there's no change to tunnels or repository XP gain? Oh, wait, there is something about XP. Give me a sec. Harvest rewards can no longer appear in heist because harvest is a thing again. Greatly increase the chance of finding tempering and tailoring orbs from blueprint rewards. Jesus, that sounds great. Experience limit on all heists has been lowered, as in, you will hit a point at which additional monster spawns grant no experience sooner. So the XP is the same, and you can use Hook. Volcano's reveal audio no longer overlaps with itself. You can take this to level 5. And Harvest. Harvest has been added to the core game and has been vastly reworked. It no longer contains a garden building component, nor a permanent garden of your own. Instead, you now have a chance to discover a portal to an established sacred grove in maps, which contains several different harvestable plots. Each plot is presented as a pair of options. Harvesting one plot destroys the other, so choose carefully. Like previously, harvesting will cause monsters to emerge, and upon defeating the monsters, you'll be able to craft your items at the Life Force Collector. Once you have completed your first craft, you'll be given a Hoarder crafting station, which can store up to 10 crafting options. You'll be able to place a copy of the Hoarder crafting station in your hideout, meaning you don't have to do all your crafting in the Sacred Grove. On very rare occasions, you'll be able to harvest the Heart of the Grove and fight the Avatar of the Grove, Oshabi. The Tier 3 seed modifier that originally doubled life force from a harvest now instead causes crafting options to be lucky. They will roll outcomes twice and select the rarest outcome. Holy fuck. Cool. And they don't tell us about the new loot from this boss because we lost the flowers and blossoms, so they're leaving a lot to mystery that we're going to have to find for ourselves, and even in the patch notes, not everything is here, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. Oh my god, we have so much to find. Jeez. I skipped a thing, so let's go back. Minor new changes. Dude, I'm only at the top. What the fuck is this? Texture streaming has been reworked. Many textures. Okay, cool. Kinetic Blast and Storm Call. Firestorm has a new skill bar icon. Pets now have a very slight delay before they will follow you when you move. Opening the portals to the Temple of Exile or to a Syndicate safe house in your hideout after you acquired a map device now creates those portals at your map device. Oh shit. It replaces your map device instead of around the dude. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Continued to incrementally improve the sound, art, effects, and environment. Okay. Character balance, Aegis effects. Yep. Such as elemental Aegis from Magna Eclipses no longer have their recharge timer interrupted by damage if the buff is depleted. The cooldown is for gaining a flash charge from effects which grant critical strike has been reduced to 0.1 from 0.2. Far shot change. This is all the stuff we knew. Tailwind change 8 from 10, and the far shot is 60 from 30, and you have this 20% less damage at close range that I didn't have before. Added a new orb gem tag. This applies to skills which have a periodic effect over an area and persist for a duration but are not targetable by enemies. Orb of Storms, Void Sphere, Winter Orb, Hydrosphere, Frost Bomb now have this tag to avoid confusion. Magma Orb has been renamed to Rolling Magma. So they changed what the fuck is this? That is so many gems. So I'll try to do the what did they change? 0.25 burning damage from 1%. They did 20. They took out 75%. Okay. This one they have 0.05 from 0.25. So it's 1/5. No longer triggers one hit effects from reflect damage including it's just some bug. Now allows you to place an additional totem at gem level 11 and again at gem level 22. Whoa! Trapped enemies now take 25% increased damage from traps and mines. . 35 from 20. 20 from 15 fire res pen, and the 25 to 30 blazing salvo. 16 from 14 and 22 from 18. Small changes. Is there anything okay, sorry. Blink arrow now gains 47 increased cooldown recovery rate. Just a free stat. That's pretty cool. Blink arrow was actually already pretty good because it's a free minion for bow builds. And it actually shoots and shit. Charge dash now has a minimum radius of 14 at gem level 1 from 12 and 26 at 20 from 22. Clarity anomalous. 0.25 increased mana from 0.5, so half. And the divergent is 0.25 damage from 1%, so it's 25% of the power from the whole. Jesus Christ, those are huge nerfs. On top of the aura effect nerfs. Cobra Lash. Projectiles now deal 5% more damage for each remaining chain. 60% from 50 fizz as chaos. Base radius of 17 from 20 on contagion. That's a decent change, actually. That's a pretty big change. Crackling lance. More damage. Quite a bit. This one, I don't know what this means. Phantasmal Desecrate now has a chance to produce a different special monster corpse based on its quality. How 1% chance to spawn a forgotten corpse. What's that? Spectres? They just nerfed them. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out, forehead. Determination. Anomalous Determination gives you 0.25 from 1% and 0.1 from 1 from 0.5. So it's 1 and 5 again. And 1 and 4. Holy fuck, these nerfs. Wow, half. This one got nerfed by 1/4. Earth Shatter. Explosion radius nerfed on top of the changes we saw to Call to Steel and all that Impale shit. Firestorm. Dude, this is so long. What the fuck is this? I'm going through it for important stuff. I heard this is good. Grace. 1/5. 1 in 5. Another 1 in 5. Haste. Doesn't matter. Don't use those. Hatred. Nope. Interesting. Let's continue. Why is Mirror Arrow down here too? Precision. They nerfed it by 1 in 5. Oh my god. Divergent Pride. 0.1 from 0.5. 1 in 5. 1 in 5 on Purity of Elements. 1 in 4 on this thing. Divergent. What the hell? Destroyed all the purities. Divergent Anomalous. And then the Race Spectre, we already went over it. Rolling Magma from Magma Orb. Scourge Arrow. Nerfed the Anomalous. It's so crazy. And then, yeah, the 20% Stone Golem. Carrion Golem nerf. The 10% Stone Golem. Vitality is just Divergent. It got a weird, like, what number is that? 0.25? No, I don't know. Half. It's a little bit less than half. More than half, I mean. Winter Orb now has a base duration of 1.6 from 1.2. That's pretty cool. They buffed it. Yo, where's Spectral Shield Throw? 20 to 30. Up to 200 to 301. Now has base crit chance per 10 max ES on your shield. From 0.1. Special throw. Projectiles from special throw are now considered 50% larger against monsters when checking for collision. Wait, is that this? Because that would be it. That's all it needed. The damage was fine. You could get the damage. It just wasn't. It didn't feel that great. These Val skills, Ballista, Impending, Intensify, Lesser Poison. Anomalous Lesser Poison now grants 1% increased poison duration instead of Frenzy Charge. Oh, cool. Pinpoint support, fucked. Impale stuff. Doesn't matter to me, though. It's only the Impale boys, like actual Impale. They did the major reworks to Ascendancies. We already went over all the Ascendancies. I have a whole video on that. No need to go over it again. What the hell is all this? Oh yeah, this is Raider, Pathfinder, Assassin, Saboteur, Occultist, Necros. You just have to look over the numbers. It's all the same that we already saw, so we're fine. Guardian, though, I saw one number difference. This in Guardian had said... Wait a minute, there's a separate section where I saw Guardian. That's really weird. Now causes you to regenerate 20% of life over 1 second every 4 from 5. Look. Whoops. Fuck. And then up here, 30 every 4. So I'm scared. Like, I don't know which one it is. But either way, no matter what it is, 80% reduced effective curse in this. Pretty strong. I was looking at this. It looks really good. And then the rest of the Guardian still looks really good. So that's solid. And, yeah, Necro's fine. And then Scion's fine. Oh, Guardian Scion change. It's not buffed to 30. It's not 30 on Guardian Scion. I get it now. That's why. I get it. Perfect. Good. What's here? Items that appear identified or with visible variable properties in a vendor window as a result of a recipe now have their properties hidden until the trade is complete. You can no longer see the modifier values change as a result of different ingredient inputs, and will have to just hope for the best, like real cooking, at least how I do it. Wait, is that for the blueprints? We won't be able to do the 5-to-1 to see the result now. You can now perform the 5-to-1 for recipe on items with outputs that are always corrupted, such as talismans and breach rings. Maps dropped by special sources such as deterministic chests or league rewards like those found in the Azurite Mine or the Temple of Atzel. Now use your own atlas to determine which maps to drop. Finally! And can therefore drop maps that have been raised above their base tier due to the presence of watchstones. What about Blight? Where's Blight? Hello, Blight! Maps draw from these sources, but Blight also bypasses it too. It's also weird. Maps draw from these sources now taking into account your favorite map selections. If a source such as this counted cannot find a compatible map from your atlas to drop, for example, due to too few maps being completed and too few watchstones being socketed for a tier 16 on your atlas to drop, it will drop a random map of the correct tier instead. The Blood Altar crafted modifiers, which reduce the effect of non-damaging ailments on you, instead grant reduced effect of shock and chill on you. Okay. The Eternal... Uh-oh. Oh, no. The Eternal Labyrinth enchantment for Venom Gyre now grants a 25% chance to keep caught projectiles fired by using whirling blades from 35%. Okay. Due to a bug being fixed with the Blight chest or a lucky stat from the Crimson and Teal Oil Blight map anointed that caused the stat to apply to each lane, so we've adjusted the values of these anointments. Teal Oil now grants 5 Blight chests or lucky, and Crimson Oil now grants 10 Blight chests or lucky. What? 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 Okay. The Blight Ring anointment that causes minions from your scout towers to have increased life now instead causes your scout towers to produce an additional minion. What the fuck? Okay. Imprinted Eternal orbs can no longer be applied to fractured items, overriding their fractured modifier. Samite helmets have been renamed to Samnite helmets. Culture Drill rebounds, we know. Replica, blah, blah. Already went over all this. Skelly Mages. What is the actual number on it? It says, now deal 50% more damage, and their projectile speed has been doubled. Wait, they were already OP. Wait, so if you just Skelly Mages, you get 50% more damage? Wait, but it's locked behind a gem, a jewel, and then won't everyone want to try it? Kappa? 50% more. Wow, what if pinpoint for it? Huh. That's a lot of damage. And double the... That's a lot of damage. I wonder how good their AI is. What the fuck? Huh. Some bosses now ignore damage if the source of the damage has been a very long distance from it for a period of time. Essentially, you can't just shoot them from beyond their pathfinding radius anymore. Enduring Cry used by monsters has been given a cooldown and had its healing amount standardized. It's less ridiculous now. Holy shit. They nerfed Enduring Cry, it's dead. Atlas Man map changes. Map tiers and locations have been shuffled. Most maps are now initially found at a different tier. Unique maps have not moved or changed tiers. Conqueror influenced maps may now experience an invasion by Cyrus himself. What the fuck is this expansion, bro? SATA can now offer missions involving Metamorph, Delirium, Blight, and Harvest mechanics. Yay! Kirit can now inform you if your Atlas state is preventing a Conqueror from appearing. Yay! Yay! Kirit can now also tell you which region a Conqueror might be hiding in if you ask him. Yes! Cartographer's strongboxes can now rarely appear in tier 13 and higher maps. Oh. Yeah, you don't need to complete the Hall of Grandmasters for Atlas completion anymore. The Zona missions are... Zona League mods are Fortune Favors the Brave, War, Bands, Anarchy, Ambush, Domination, Perandus, Beyond, and Legion. Damn, that's a light. It still has Beyond, so no complaining probably. Everyone can go fast, Headhunter. Feels good, man. And no Delirium to break the whole game, and no Blight to make Blight maps too cheap. Okay. The quest tracker now supports expandable sections. You'll probably see this during the new Atlas storyline. It has a lot of subquests. Nice. Your friend list once more displays offline friends in the order in which they were last online rather than alphabetically. Holy fuck. Because then you can see who never logs on, and you can clear out, because if they literally quit and you don't know, right? You now set the relative volume of a custom alert sound in an item filter. Whoa. You can now filter cluster jewels by the number of small passives they have. Holy shit. Kirik no longer displays Zana's decoration level in his dialogue panel. You're now warned when changing your hideout while you have map portals open that doing so will destroy those portals. Wow. That's really helpful. Efficacy support is now offered to the Witch for completing the Cage Brute and can be purchased from Nessa by the Templar, Shadow, and Scion. Trinity support is now offered to the Witch. Hydrosphere. Discharge no longer... Okay, PvP. Nope. Bug fixes. Should I... That's a lot. Oh my god. I don't want to read them. I'm done. This was pretty cool though. This is very informative. It's a lot of shit. Oh my fucking god, dude. How long did that take me? I had already like went through so that I could go and pick out the cherry pick the fucking shit I wanted to talk about in the first place. This was insane. I knew this was going to happen, and I'm so glad I've done all this prep up till this point so this didn't blow my mind. Because if you weren't prepped, this is too much, and it's kind of insane. So, either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Next up is my League Starter Path of Building, so stay tuned. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support. And thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon and the YouTube members today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!